Let's get this out of the way right off the rip. If you live in any of these states and own a home or control paying your gas and or electric bill every month, then this video is for you. If you don't live in any of these states, then you can either skip this video or feel free to hang around out of general curiosity. Or if you know someone who lives in any of these states, then it might be helpful for you to share this with them. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can save money on your gas and electric bill in under 10 minutes of clicking a few buttons on your computer. Then I will share my screen and walk you through the process of how I do it in my home state. It's what's allowed me to reduce a portion of my gas bill by 40% and my electric bill by 43%. Now that's about an extra $600 that I save every single year for a maximum of 10 minutes of work per year. I even know other people who were able to lower their bills by more than that. Before you go getting any ideas, no, this is not a video where I'm going to suggest you save money on your utilities by going around and unplugging everything from the wall, or turning off all of the lights in your house and using candles like you live in the 1700s. When it comes to adulting, there are certain things in life that aren't so obvious and kind of fly under the radar unless someone specifically goes out of their way to tell you. Energy choice, aka utility deregulation, is one of those things. All energy choice means is that you as the consumer of gas and electric are able to shop with different suppliers to lower your energy prices, the same way you would if you were buying anything else. No matter which low-cost supplier you choose to buy from, your utility company will stay the same. They'll continue to be the ones who bill you, handle local power outages, and maintain physical infrastructure like the natural gas pipes and power lines. All that will change is where the supply of energy is coming from for your personal residence. You'll also see this change reflected on your bill. Here's an example of my electric bill. The top portion is what the utility company charges me for their services. Down below shows that AEP is my electric supplier and how much they're charging me. This price right here is the amount you want to compare to other suppliers. If I find a new supplier that's willing to charge me less than AEP is, then once I sign up with the new supplier, this bottom part of my monthly bill will reflect that new information. Depending on the state you live in and who your utility company is, your bill will probably look different, but this same type of info should be somewhere on your bill to shop around for better rates, like I'm going to show you later in the video. Each state is also a little different when it comes to who has full energy choice and which type of energy. The states listed in green have full retail choice with their natural gas and electric. This is the most ideal situation because you can shop around for lower prices with both types of energy. The states in blue have full retail choice with electric, but not with natural gas. States in yellow have full retail gas choice, but not electric choice. I saved all of you a bunch of time and compiled links to make it easier for you to go look for lower rates based on the state you live in. To be transparent, I spent a few hours on this list and something became glaringly obvious. Some of your states did an exceptional job at making the whole process easy to save money by shopping across multiple suppliers. And some of your states clearly couldn't care less about making it easy for you to locate better pricing. That's why I also gave each state my personal rating and left a few comments as well. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, New York, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Texas, and Michigan all get gold stars from me. Maryland specifically is best in class. For all of these other states, their governments should be ashamed of themselves at how difficult they make it for first-time users. And the way they make their citizens try to shop across multiple suppliers for better rates is so illogical. A 7-year-old could design a better way to do it. I'm annoyed on behalf of the people who live in these states. Before I show you the process I go through to shop for lower rates, I need to give a little PSA so you don't get burned like I did in the past. Some of these suppliers send salespeople door to door to try to get you to use them for your gas and electric. The conversation will usually go along the lines of them asking to see a copy of your gas and electric bill so they can sign you up for a lower rate than you're paying now. On the surface, this sounds like a really nice and helpful thing that they're doing. And it is to an extent. But just because they give you a lower rate doesn't mean it's the lowest rate on the open market. The company who did this to me is called Direct Energy. Now, I was being charged something like 10 cents per kilowatt hour for my electric. They came along to my front door and signed me up to supply my house with their electric, which would drop that down to 9 cents per kilowatt hour. After going back and looking at rates during that time, I would have been able to get it for 5 cents on the open market. But I didn't know know that? Because when the sales guys were at my front door, I didn't have a list of current rates offered by other suppliers to compare. Only shop for gas and electric suppliers when you have the ability to compare prices across multiple suppliers on the open market. Don't let those door-to-door salespeople talk you into signing up with them without this information. This is why I will never work with Direct Energy ever again when it comes to my gas or electric supply, even if they do happen to be the lowest cost supplier, just based on principle. They actually came to my front door a couple days ago trying to sell me on their gas and electric supply. You know what I told them? Something that I can't say on YouTube right now because I would get demonetized. But let's just say, I don't think they're ever coming back to my house. Keep in mind that user interface will differ from state to state, but I'll show you how I think about finding the best rate for myself. First, you need a copy of your current gas or electric bill so you can compare your current rate to rates offered by other suppliers. Let's pretend my current gas supply contract ends in the next 15 days. So I need to look for a lower rate because the winter months are right around the corner and I want to lock in prices before rates go up. We'll say my current supplier is AEP Energy and they're charging me $3.99 per MCF right now. The letter they just sent told me that if I stay with them, my rate will increase to $4.39 per MCF for a 12-month contract. Okay, so here is my list of suppliers. First column, suppliers, of course. Then we have the amount they're charging per MCF. So once again, I'm trying to get a lower rate than $3 or a rate that's around $3.99, which is what I'm paying now, or something lower than that $4.39 like they're going to increase my rate to at the end of this contract in 15 days. Next column, we have our rate types. So you've got your fixed and variable. Fixed is what it is. You know, that price is not going to change from month to month. But variable, it could change to month. So I personally prefer to avoid variable if I can. Next, we have intro price. Sometimes there's special pricing for some of these suppliers based on introductory new customers. Then we've got our term length. You know, they can range from, as you can see, 24 months, 12. I've seen 3 months, 6 months, things like that. So it depends how long you want your contract to extend. One thing I would suggest is try to make sure that the contract that you choose doesn't end during the season where you're using that utility the most. For example, for my gas bill, I'm going to be using heat a lot naturally in the winter. So I want to try to avoid that contract ending in the middle of winter when prices are probably going to be a lot higher. Same thing with electric, my AC. I don't want my electric supply contract to end in the middle of summer when prices are spiked. So I'm going to try to work it to where, or pick a contract that meets those specific needs if I can. So right now it's, we'll call it August. Okay, I would prefer maybe a 10 or 12 month contract so that it gets me through next year, you know, right before that winter season starts. I can renew a contract for hopefully a lower rate or a rate that's not spiked up. Then the next column is early termination fee. So if you end your contract with the supplier you choose that has an early termination fee, you're going to owe that. So that's why I personally prefer to look for offers that don't have early termination fees because I like the freedom. I'm willing to maybe pay slightly more for no early termination fee if possible. But that's just my personal preference. Next column, we have our monthly fee. So you'll see some suppliers that offer a monthly fee. I've seen it more with electric suppliers. What you'll see is a monthly fee attached to a contract, but a lower, in the case of electric, a lower kilowatt hour price. So for example, my stepdad, he has, I don't know if it's extremely low kilowatt hour price, or maybe it's, I think it might be, I don't think he's paying any money. I don't think he's paying any money based on consumption. He just pays a monthly fee. I think it's like $40 or $50. And when I first looked at it, I was like, I think you're getting screwed over. But I went and actually looked at his usage, and it made sense for him to have just a flat monthly fee and not pay based on his consumption. So you'll just have to run the numbers based on your specific situation and see if it makes sense for you to sign up for a contract that has a monthly fee. And then the last column, we have promo offers. So some of these suppliers, they offer promo offers. I don't really pay attention to that, to be honest. So let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. So I'm going to go to fixed, filter on the results to see what we have here. I'm going to filter on the lowest price per MCF. because that's really all I care about. And I'm ideally looking for a 10 to 12 month contract. So this one, out of the question, it's only 3 months, plus there's an early termination fee, which I would like to avoid if I can. Next, 3 months, not going to work. Santana Energy, $289, which is lower than the $399 that I'm paying now, and even lower than the rate that they're going to charge me. And what's funny is that I've had Santana Energy, they will, when they go to renew a contract, it'll be at a higher rate than what's actually on this website, on the open market. So you got to watch for that. Don't just accept renewal contracts from the current supplier that you are using, because they might even offer a lower rate out on the open market, kind of like Santana Energy has done to me in the past. Okay, so this isn't bad. $289, that's good. 12-month contract, check, but it's got the $100 termination fee. Let's see if we can find one that doesn't have that. I'd be willing to pay just a little bit more for no early termination fee, keep in mind, personally. That's just my preference. We've got New Wave, $295, 6 months, not gonna work. Early termination fee, not gonna work. And then we've got our Ohio Gas, so that's $295. What, that's 6 cents more expensive than Santana Energy, 10 months. No early termination fee. Okay, but they have a 12-month year. Okay, you know what? I think this would work then, right? Yeah. Okay, so this Ohio Gas and Electric is what I would choose, because we've got our 12-month contract, $295, lower than what I'm paying now. Sure, it's 6 cents more expensive than the Santana Energy, but I'm not paying, or I don't have that early termination fee attached to my bill. So I think I'm going to stick with Ohio Gas and Electric. I'm going to choose them for my supply for the next 12 months. One thing I forgot to mention at the end here is that once you go and sign up with that supplier, that new supplier on their website, and you put in your personal information and you put in your account number for your utility company, that supplier, that new supplier, will actually reach out and handle the switchover with the utility company. So all you have to do is sign up on the supplier's website and they'll handle the rest for you. Get a copy of my state-by-state energy choice spreadsheet in the description down below. Hit that thumbs up button before you go. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Done.